Hey friends, welcome back to the Odyssey. I am Mike Odyssey, and yes, you just heard Ocarina of Time remake confirmed. And we are going to go ahead and break down the trailer right now, right here. Stay tuned. If you are excited, just like I am, about this amazing Ocarina of Time game, hit the like button, subscribe here. We are giving away 4 copies of Ocarina of Time remake here on the channel. So make sure you stay tuned for that on future news on that. So let's go ahead and get into the live reaction and breakdown for Ocarina of Time remake. All right, so Nintendo just uploaded the trailer just now. This is from the Nintendo Direct. It just happened, and we're gonna go ahead and break it down. And first, we'll watch it, and then we'll go back and break it down.
Long ago, there was a land called Hyrule, created by beings of supreme divinity. At the very edge of this kingdom, there lay a small forest. Within it, an ancient solitary tree quietly watched over the inhabitants of the forest. These forest dwellers were called the Kokiri. Each had a fairy companion, and they lived out their innocent lives in these woods. However, there was one particular boy who did not have a fairy.
There you have it, guys. First thing first, the first thing I want to say is that this game is slated for 2026, right? 2026 is basically we're halfway through, and normally you would get a release date. That means that for me, I believe we are still getting a Nintendo Direct dedicated to this game with more information, and of course, this could be tied in to the 40th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda, which had no mention during the Nintendo Direct. I believe Nintendo's planning something ahead that will incorporate the 4th anniversary, the game, and maybe the movie. And so, again, let's go ahead and listen to this. And I'm going to go ahead and pause it and break down and talk a little bit. And I want you guys to also give me your input on the same exact things I'll be breaking down here on this trailer. So let's go ahead from the beginning. I'll be pausing it as we go.
Long ago, there was a land called Hyrule.
First thing I want to point out is that the voice actor, amazing. I feel, and I mentioned this during the live stream, that this might be the voice of the Great Deku Tree. And I think this could be incredible because the voice actor sounds amazing. And so hearing the Great Deku Tree kind of narrate at the beginning of the game, because I believe this is what's happening when you first start the game. This is what we see, the narration of what's happening at the beginning of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now, this is not your Ocarina of Time remake remaster from the 3DS or even Nintendo 64.
Created by beings of supreme divinity. At the very edge of this kingdom, there lay a small forest. Within it, an ancient solitary tree quietly watched over the inhabitants.
Another thing I want to point out is the art style of these images, man. The art style so far is beautiful, incredible. I love how this looks like it's some type of doesn't look like a painting. It looks like more like an art, like a work of art made on some type of linen and just placed against the wall. Look at the details of the Great Deku Tree. I know this is just the imaging representing the Great Deku Tree, but just take a minute and acknowledge the art style and how beautiful this is. We saw some of these illustrations in Tears of the Kingdom when Link and Zelda went to the tunnels. They saw the walls, and so for right now, this is what we're seeing for Ocarina of Time remake.
Of the forest. These forest dwellers were called the Kokiri. Each
Love
had
it.
a fairy companion, and they lived out their innocent lives in these woods.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
However,
Ooh.
there was one particular boy who did not have a fairy.
Again, art style. I mean, we know this type of scenery because we've seen it before. Whenever they start kind of recapping legends at the beginning of prior Zelda games, we see this type of art style. But seeing it now in full glory, maybe 4K resolution, it just looks so beautiful. At the top, you see again the Kokiri. At the bottom, you see Link kind of separated there without a fairy, of course. And now, my friends, this is the most crucial and important part of the trailer. Look at Link. Okay. They went sort of a hyper realism little boy rather than cartoonish, right? And so if you take a look at his hands, look at his feet, look at his nose. You can see his nose, you can see his eyes closed, his mouth, his hair, right? And then it is, I love the fact that they went this route. When you look at other fan made remakes of this game, I think that I could say nothing comes close to what we're seeing right now. I know this is just a little teaser, but this is just amazing. Let's continue to and then listen now. Listen to Link. Listen how he kind of trembles and you can see his voice. It looks like he is having those nightmares that we know of from the game. Look at his hands. Just take a look at the hands, the detail in his hands, the Triforce, the other hand, and then of course where he's laying at. Look at the mantle that he's laying on, the detail there as well. Again, this game is, I mean, this is the teaser trailer. I just can't wait to see what the rest looks like. But so far, man. The music. Now pay attention to the music from this point on because it only grows and it tells you this is a beautiful orchestrated cinematic just reimagining of the soundtrack from Ocarina of Time. So listen from the music from this point on. Beautiful. Now, 2026, my friends, 2026. Nintendo is definitely having another event. We know we heard about the Splatoon event having on the 30th. I think that Nintendo will have Legend of Zelda event maybe sometime in July. We'll keep close to some sources we have like Nate the Hay to see if we hears anything. But man, I'm almost 99% sure we are having another event dedicated to this amazing and beautiful just teaser of a trailer, game that we just got. And I cannot wait to see more. 2026, man, is just turning out to be such a great game. Year for games. I know the direct itself, aside from this, there were some good spots, right? But it wasn't the biggest direct we were expecting. But this right here just made the direct one of the best. This Ocarina of Time remake happening for this year. So I personally believe we are getting an event dedicated to the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. This could be tied to the 4th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda. Maybe a little bit of a teaser for the movie as well, and in the introduction of the cast, right? So Zelda is not over yet. I believe we're having a big event coming up soon. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. Again, we're giving away 4 copies of this game, and I will be choosing the winners as we get closer to the reveal or the release date of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. I'm just so excited, man. I'm extremely ecstatic. All right, friends, that's gonna do it for the remake Break down and just reaction. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. What is your favorite part of all this? Do you love the art style? Do you love how Link looks? And what is your expectation for this game? What are you feeling? Let me know down below in the comments. All right, friends, I'm gonna let you go. There we go. Journey on. Peace.